Hi there, this is Nicole Spohr and welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing some snowman and foiled cards using the Spellbinders November 2020 Small Die of the Month, Frankie Goes to the North Pole. When I saw these dies, I was thrilled. I have to say here 2 or 3 years ago, Spellbinders had a snowman small die of the month, and that is what started my love for the Spellbinders club kits. So when I saw this year's kit, I was thrilled. I absolutely love this, and I hope you guys do too, because this little snowman makes a couple of different versions, and you can decorate him and create all kinds of amazing scenes with him. And I think he is just the sweetest little thing. So this is the die set. This is what you get. You get all of the pieces to build 2 different snowmen. So kind of 2 different face pieces, 2 different hats, a tree, ornaments, tree topper, North Pole sign, skis, ski poles, scarf, mittens, all the good stuff, right? So I decided to take a couple of my favorite Glimmer collections from Spellbinders to help me build my scene today, starting with the beautiful Snowflake sparkle background. Probably out of all of the products that I have used from Spellbinders for Christmas this year, this is my most used Glimmer plate of all time. I absolutely love it. It does create that circle in the center, so it's not going to be an all over snow background, but that doesn't even really bother me so much because I think it really just kind of helps focus in on the scene we're building. I am foiling then this Snowflake Sparkle on Simon Says Stamp Fog cardstock with opal foil. Opal foil, my favorite foil probably as far as a tone-on-tone look goes. So really excited about that. And while my Glimmer is heating up, you can kind of see I'm doing double duty here. I am inlaying the letters into my North Pole sign. So I backed it with foam adhesive. This is going to give it dimension, plus it's going to serve as an adhesive for the letters that I'm adding. So I'm going to go ahead and glimmer my Snowflake Sparkle background. When I pull it off, look at that pretty background. There is a little overfoiling. You can always try to take a dry paintbrush and kind of wipe or rub that away first. If that doesn't work all the way, I like to just take a nice sand eraser and erase away any of the overfoiling that you may have. I did notice I had a little bit here. I probably used a little thicker cardstock than I normally use to foil, and that might be why I have that, as well as I do use a cardstock shim in between my spacer and my Glimmer plate just to help get a good foiled impression, and I maybe didn't need that here. I'm not sure, but it was simple enough to erase away some overfoiling, and it leaves me with this nice frosty kind of background. Now, I didn't have a border die from Spellbinders that I wanted to use for the snow. So I'm actually going to use one from My Favorite Things, and then for my sentiments, because there's not really a sentiment in this set, I'm going to use YANA'S Christmas Sentiments. This is from her Christmas Foiled Basics Glimmer Plates collection. I love, love, love her Glimmer plates, and this comes with all kinds of different sentiments. So before we build our background at all, I really wanted to foil my sentiments directly on the background. I love layered foiling, and originally, you'll notice in the finished card, it's not really layered foiling all the way, a little is. So originally I thought it would look really cool to just foil this over the top, and I think it would have been. However, the wishing you part, which is good, it foiled very nicely, and that's good. But the Christmas word did not foil great right there at the end of the word, and I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get that lined up and my head's in the way. And because of that, I didn't love my background, and I did not want to get rid of my background. And I kind of thought, I'll just live with it. It'll be fine. It won't be terrible. We'll just go with it. And I'm going to go ahead and build the entire card. I'm going to build my scene, because really you could add a little rectangle or some other kind of, even a die cut shape over this that you foil or stamp or whatever it might be, and cover up something like this. Again, I thought I would just live with it, and I don't know why it didn't dawn on me that the Christmas foiled basics sentiments have coordinating dies for those larger sentiments. So we're actually going to foil it again on a separate piece of paper, die cut it, and just pop it right over that original, and it's going to make me so much happier. You'll see that here in a little bit, but I wanted to mention that just because it's a way of fixing something, or there's some other suggestions I gave you for fixing something that you may not totally love. So I mentioned I used some border dies from My Favorite Things. These are from the Snowy Scene Builder. I just die cut some white cardstock. Yes, I probably could have just trimmed some with some scissors, trimmed a border and placed it along the bottom edge. I really like it to look clean and neat, especially with all the rest of this die cutting. So I did just look through my stash. I literally grabbed the first set of snowy borders I found, and it happened to be My Favorite Things. I know lots of companies have them, just whatever kind of landscape you can get. And then I am assembling my snowman. I have sped up a lot of this today just to save time, because it is a lot of little parts and pieces and a lot of assembling. I wanted to keep it all in so you could definitely see how everything goes together, but it is a little time consuming just for the fact that there are so many little parts and pieces. And again, I left out all of the actual die cutting. I did all of that off camera, but I think what makes this so successful is the fact that there are so many parts and pieces. That you can really see how it all is coming together. That does make this so much more successful, in my opinion, and makes the images really come to life. The more detail you can have, the better, in my opinion. So we've got our little North Pole sign. I cut it from red sparkle and white sparkle, and I'm adhering those together. I've got the little topper for my sign out of some gold glitter cardstock. That's going to be the same tree topper for the tree. The tree, you can do it sparse, kind of like it is here, or I actually die cut a bunch of the individual branches as well that we're going to layer on top for a much fuller tree. Keep in mind, you can use these pieces, let's say the tree or the signage, with other dies that you have. You don't have to use them just with this set. I think it's such a versatile design. I absolutely can't say or stress enough how fantastic I think this set is. I would encourage you, if you have Truckin' Through the Seasons or Sunday Drive, that North Pole sign, go ahead and use it with those sets. You can use the trees with those sets. I know there's a tree with Truckin' Through the Seasons, but this is another one. So really fun. Consider tucking the skis and the poles in the back of Truckin' Through the Seasons. The snowman can be sitting off to the side if you build a little scene with those. There are just so many things that you can do with this set. I think it's just an incredible addition to your collection. If you are not a Spellbinders Small Die of the Month Club Kit member, this is a great time to join. If you join in November of 2020, you will get this kit as your starter, and then you will continue every month. You can skip months if you want to, all of that good stuff, but you get all of those dies that I showed earlier in the video for a very low price. I think it's a great value, and I totally look forward to it every month because I just think it's such a fun way to add to our die cutting stash. So there are all those additional branches added over our tree. I love that there's little snow that you can add to the North Pole sign. We've got mittens. We're layering all the pieces for those. I think those are super cute too. I love that he can have mittens or not. He has the little branch arms And you can use the mittens, or you could use them for something else if you wanted to. Adding the little ski poles. His smile, I did not worry about adding or inlaying in those pieces. Since the hat goes back behind his head, it really just kind of serves as the smile in this case. The carrot, it cuts both versions of the nose, one for more the side version and then one for the looking up version. So we use the looking up version for our card here. I did die cut the body again so I could add some nice aqua buttons to the snowman body. And then I die cut the little Christmas ornaments from a few colors. I think about 3 colors here. We got red, a bright pink, and an aqua. And then we're just going to fill the tree with these little ornaments. And then I will add a layer of crystal lacquer. Glossy accents would work. A Nuvo crystal drop product would work, just to give the ornaments a little bit more dimension. So I wanted mine to be glossy. If you could also use the Nuvo crystal drops in White Blizzard if you wanted them to be sparkly. That's just another option. Because I had the sparkle on the top of the tree and in a couple other places, the sign and everything, I opted to do glossy instead. We're also going to add the crystal lacquer to the nose on the snowman. However, the buttons going down the front, I will use that White Blizzard Nuvo crystal drops. I added a little clay heart to the chest of. I'm going to end up adding it to both of the snowmen because you guys know, if you've been around here a while, I love myself some little hearts there. So I added that little heart. And then I added snowflake little clay hearts and also some star confetti around the sky up above the snowman. So look how sweet this scene is. So, so cute. I know I have said that a lot, but I'm really thrilled with this whole die set. I think it's really awesome. And I'm going to add some detail to his scarf, which I love to do for stamped images, but I also love to do it for die cut. So with a white pen, we're just going to go in and add some little stripies. And then we're going to set him aside for a minute. We'll come back and add that die cut and foiled sentiment here in a bit. I'll foil both sentiments for both cards together to save just a little bit of time. So off camera, again, same background as before. Here are those foiled sentiments. This is going to be a little bit different scene though. We are going to do more of the front facing snowman, and we're going to not use the tree, but we will use the sign for this guy. So I kind of want to show you one that's super packed full of die cuts and then one that doesn't have quite as much as far as that goes. If you tipped it and did a more landscape style, I think you could add even more. And then I did something for this one. I did more of a multicolored North Pole sign, which was a little bit more time consuming simply because I had to die cut that sign 5 times, the wood grain cardstock, and then all 4 colors of cardstock, and then go ahead and inlay each of those letters in. So I ended up with a ton more letters than I really needed. But I liked how that turned out, especially trying to implement and incorporate a little bit more color. I don't have the tree, I don't have the ornaments. So this gave me a good way to add in just a little bit more interest to this card. Again, we're going to add some little snow to the top of the sign. I've adhered or laid out my snowman. I guess I haven't really adhered a whole lot of him yet. But I think we're going to pop up his head with some foam adhesive, just a little. And then I was just showing, I went ahead and layered the foiled sentiment over the first card. And we're going to put foam adhesive back behind the second one and pop it up. I opted just to use this sentiment, and I was a little worried that it wouldn't foil great. So I just went ahead and foiled it on a separate sheet of paper for the second card, since that worked so great for the first. So 2 different sentiments. All of them are from YANA'S Christmas Sentiments Glimmer her Christmas Foiled Basics collection, and it's specifically her foiled sentiments. Foiled with red foil there on that fog gray cardstock. We're going to finish off the little sign pole. Instead of glitter cardstock for this one, I used regular cardstock in red and white. Glittery top though. I've added the head with foam adhesive and the hat. And again, the foam adhesive is going to serve as a great way to inlay the eyes and nose. And then I've got my leftover carrot nose because the carrots are both on one die. And I die cut those at the same time. So I already had that little guy to put there. And then we're going to add some little stick arms. I mean, how cute is this? I just love it. I think these are darling. I think also if you wanted to grab some tags, whether they're pre-made tags or you die cut your own, these snowmen are not super huge, and I think they would be an incredible little embellishment for Christmas tags. Just for a fun little touch. I love making my own tags. I've got lots of that kind of thing coming up soon, so please stay tuned for that with my handmade holiday series. So definitely lots of good ideas, and these will transition even beyond card making. Think tags, think scrapbook pages. Wouldn't these make a cute border on a scrapbook page? Or maybe you journal, or you want to add it to a planner. I mean, so many things you could do here. I even think these would be cute framed for home decor. I just love them. So let's add the last few little pieces. We'll add some little embellishment again to this. We're going to use the same little clay snowflakes. Same gold star confetti. We'll add a little heart to his chest. I'm inlaying the eyes and the mouth right now. So the face was the head was die cut from both white and black cardstock. So cute. And then his buttons going down his chest here are going to be red. And then embellishing is going to be important. So we used crystal lacquer and some Nouveau crystal drops. Last time, we're going to do the same thing here. Some crystal lacquer on the carrot nose. Some little white pen on the eyes. White pen around the scarf and around the cuffs on the mittens. We'll do crystal lacquer on the buttons going down the chest. And it looks like my glue bottle is getting a little empty. I was having to really squeeze. So I'm going to put little drops all over and then just go in with my embellishment and add all of that fun little stuff there. Over here on the right side as well. I'm using an embellishment wand to help me easily pick up all of those little parts and pieces and pop them in place. We're going to take both of these backgrounds then and place them on white top fold card bases. Add a matching envelope, and that is going to be it for these fun die cut snowman scene cards with foiled backgrounds and sentiments. I hope this has inspired you to have fun with your Small Die of the Month Club Kit for November 2020. The supplies I used to create my cards are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another video featuring Spellbinders Club Kits that you might be interested in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to never miss a new card making video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time.